Welcome to Cooking with Jess, where we make you the hero in your kitchen by bringing the flavor and keeping it healthy. Because over here, we believe keeping it healthy doesn't mean you have to compromise on taste. I am Jessica Fisher Golden, and today we're going to make vegan tuna salad. Now, there's not that many ingredients that go in here, but this right here, all these little seasonings and whatnot, is gonna bring out the wonderfulness that is vegan tuna salad. Now, the base that we have and we're starting with, this is what's gonna make it vegan. We are using chickpeas. Now, you know I like to start my beans from the dried state, and I use an Instant Pot. So what I do is I either put it in an Instant Pot, or sometimes I soak it the night before it goes in an Instant Pot. At the end of the day, it's going in an Instant Pot. This is about 2 cans worth if you're rocking with cans. And most importantly, I keep what's called the aquafaba. Now, I don't know if you can see, that's like the liquid. So AKA like the brine that's left over. Can you see it in there? I made sure to put some of that in here. And the reason why in the vegan community, I'm gonna go ahead and mash while I'm talking about this, but in the vegan community, we use that because of the fact that it kind of froths up, right? So you can kind of use it as like an egg, if you were to whisk an egg, right? And it gets kind of frothy, it gives that kind of vibe. So we want to keep that in there. It's also going to add like a little bit of moisture, so you don't have this dry tuna salad. Nobody wants dry tuna salad. And what you can also do, I'm not going to do it today, but you can add some vegan mayo to it. That's going to give that look. It's just going to take it like up another notch, because it usually has some kind of vegan, well, it actually has some kind of mayo in it, right? So, but over here, we're not about real mayo life. We about something else, something called some vegan mayo. So I'm just gonna keep, now I'm gonna keep mashing, but I want to keep some of the texture. Now you could put this in a food processor. I'm not gonna do that just because sometimes I just don't wanna use all these different apparatuses. Yes, it will be faster. There's no way around it. But sometimes I don't want to be washing all these different parts and bits and pieces. So I'm just going to keep mashing it. And then we're going to talk about these ingredients that's going to go in here. Now, I'm going to use this particular tuna salad in another recipe. So just make sure that you stay tuned for that other one, because I think you'll be really surprised what I'm using it for and who I'm using it for. So we're gonna go ahead and keep mashing. And I'm gonna start to add in some of these ingredients. So what do we have here? We have some celery. So this is about 5 or 6, I think they call them ribs, the sticks. You know what I'm talking about. I think that's what it's called. I think those are sticks. So we're going ahead and we're gonna mash it in there so we can get all the flavors from the celery in there as well. It'll be a nice little mashup. And then I have some, we're gonna go in with our dry seasoning, and I'm gonna sprinkle it so it kind of like moves around. So what do we have here? We have sal, we have ajo, we have cebollas, and we have comino. So that's salt, that's onion and garlic and cumin. And this is a half a teaspoon of all of this. So we're gonna mix that in there because this is what's gonna bring in that flavor, okay? We're gonna mash. I'm gonna do a little bit of rotations in here. We're gonna dar una vuelta because we wanna make sure that we're getting to the bottom. We don't wanna have too much too much of this chunky stuff that's happening. But I also wanna make sure that we're incorporating in that those dry seasonings and mixing it with the liquid, AKA the aquafaba that's already in here. And then we're gonna go ahead and add in one more liquid. So this is lime juice. Now, my mother makes this anytime, not this particular version, she makes the version with tuna fish. And she always gets a round of applause from whoever makes this. People are constantly going in on, oh yes, you know when she make this tuna fish, it's good. Some of my cousins request for her to make it because that's just what she did. Now she puts extra stuff in here. I'm not gonna give away all her secrets, but most of what she puts in here is what we're focusing on right now. All right, so boom. We have the the lime juice incorporated. You could use lemon. I always use lime. Why? Because I like how it tastes. It's just different than lemon for me. If we want to go all the way back, I used to be very, very heavily following a specific diet, and the recommendation is to always use lime. So I like it. I don't see why I should switch it up. It's very similar to lemon. It just, I don't know, it's just a little, I don't know. I like it. So I use it. Se acabó. We don't even have to get into that anymore. All right. So this is looking good to me. It's looking, okay, it's looking like I probably should use the food processor, but I'm okay with this because I like for my food to have texture. I think that when you put something like this on a wrap or inside of a wrap or a sandwich, or you just eat this on top of a salad, you still see the beans. So, you know, that's giving me vibes of a salad with, you know, with beans on it. I mean, again, that's my preference. But yeah, we definitely want to make sure that we have some texture in this. And I'm okay with the fact that we still seeing chickpeas because we're not trying to mask the fact that this is not tuna fish. Because we want to give people an opportunity to take a look at something like, well, what is that? I wonder what that tastes like. Let them know. We not over here trying to play anybody on no switcheroo. No. We want to incorporate, we should incorporate these type of dishes when we have potlucks and things like that, just to get people a different option. Everything doesn't have to be, you know, let me be very careful how I'm going to say this. We want to give people an opportunity to try things that are healthier. We want to give them an opportunity to eat things that, you know, maybe they didn't think about, or mix in some flavors that they may have normally not been exposed to. Because learning is growing. I'm here for it. All right, now, this over here, these are capers. Love them, and so do my littles. Oh, this and olives. Oh, they love it. So whenever I make something now, I'm not gonna smush it up too much, but we're just gonna make sure that we're getting salt. Now, I only put in about half a teaspoon of salt because I was taking into consideration the fact that we have the salt from the capers and we don't want this to be too salao. Salao means salty. We don't want it to be too salty. So, there you have it. That's it. Now, I could smash the bejesus out of this. I can continue to do that. Or, we could leave it like this. And I'm okay with leaving it like this. I don't see why not. There you go. It's done. Now, it could have been a little faster if we use a food processor, but it's okay. I chose to use it this way because I don't like all that noise and cleaning up and all that. I already said that. Alrighty. So there you have it. Vegan tuna salad. Put this in a wrap. Put it on a sandwich. Put it on top of a salad. Options are up to you. And there you have it. I forgot to do a taste test. And when I tasted it, I realized something was missing. Your mother. Not your mother. Now, this is a salt-free herbal blend by Farm and Muse. The onions that's in this and the rosemary and coriander and so forth and so on. When I tell you I put this on here, this kicked this thing up a whole nother level, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and leave the link in the description box for you for that particular seasoning. You need that. Trust me, this makes this thing taste completely different. Now I'm going to taste. I like the look. It's giving me, first of all, it's not dry. I'm loving that. I'm just going for that look. Okay, stop playing, for real. Make this. Let us know what you think. I'm over here eating all these foods. They taste great to me. How do they taste to you? All right, be well, and we'll see you in the next one.